All right, my overhead clearance lights, my left-right turn signals, four-way flashers, and reflectors are all properly mounted, secure, not cracked or broken, working properly, and they're amber in color. My headlights, both my low beams and my high beams, are properly mounted, secure, not cracked or broken, working properly, and clear in color. I'm going to check under the vehicle for leaks. There are no leaks. I'm going to check the right side of the vehicle and the left side of the vehicle for leans, which will indicate a flat tire, uneven load, or a broken leaf spring. I'm going to come to the passenger side. Everything over here is going to be belt driven. My turbo and exhaust all the way to the end of the vehicle is probably mounted, secure, not cracked or broken, with no leaks or signs of black soot. My belt driven water pump is probably mounted, secure, not cracked or broken, working properly with no leaks. My belt driven alternator is probably mounted, secure, not cracked or broken, working properly. And the wires are secured, they're not split or frayed. My coolant reservoir and cap are probably mounted, secure, not cracked or broken, with no leaks, and it's filled to the proper level. All my coolant hoses are probably mounted, secure, not cracked or broken, and there's no leaks, and they're not blistered or damaged. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's it on the side, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Kiss cap.
The belts, got the belts.
Oh, and then on my belts, there's no more than 3/4 of an inch of free play, and they're not split or frayed. Or I think you can say cut too, can't you? Or
Yeah, that'll work.
everything on this side is going to be gear driven. My gear driven power steering pump, gear driven air compressor are probably not secure, not cracked or broken, working properly, and there's no leaks. My gear driven governor is probably not secure, not cracked or broken.
Air governor.
That's what I said.
Governor. You said governor.
Oh, my gear driven air governor. Or no, my my air governor is probably not secure, not cracked or broken, working properly. I don't think you say no leaks with that one, do you? Or no, because it's air, right?
Yeah.
No leaks.
Combine the three up when you
Okay.
say.
My oil dipstick and cap are probably mounted, secure, not cracked or broken, not leaking, filled to the proper level. My power steering reservoir and cap are probably mounted, secure, not cracked or broken, and the reservoir is filled to the proper level. A steering column, steering gearbox, my pitman arm, my drag link, my two steering knuckles, my castle nuts and cotter pins, and tie rod and steering arm are all properly mounted, secured, not cracked or broken, working properly with no missing parts. My two spring mounts, my leaf springs, my two U-bolts and four nuts, and shock absorbers are all properly mounted, secured, not cracked or broken, working properly, no missing parts, and my shock absorber is not leaking. All my brake lines and hoses are not busted or damaged, properly mounted, secured, not cracked or broken, with no leaks. My brake chamber is properly mounted, secured, not cracked or broken, working properly, no leaks. My push rod isn't bent and it's properly mounted, secured. My manual slack adjuster, which means it's a manual, so it should have no more than an inch of free play in it. And then my brake shoes and drums should be at least a 1/4 inch thickness. No signs of oil or grease, which would indicate a leaking inner wheel seal. These right here, the steer tires, these cannot be recapped, and they're evenly wore across the top of the tire or across the tire. They have to be aired up to the manufacturer specifications. We're going to check that with the tire gauge. Also simulate checking the tire tread depth with a tread depth gauge. And my metal rim is probably mounted, secure, not cracked or broken, with no illegal welds. My metal valve stem and cap is probably mounted, secure, not cracked or broken, with no leaks. My lug nuts, there's no rust trails or shiny spots, which would indicate a loose lug nut, and they're all probably mounted, secure. And my outer oil hub seal cap, is it seal or seal cap?
Outer hub oil cap.
I think it's outer oil hub seal cap or outer oil hub cap.
Yeah. That'll
Outer
work.
oil
Hub cap.
is probably secure, not cracked or broken, with no leaks. And I think the steer tire is filled to the proper level. Because the axle, you just say it's not leaking, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And then we're going to come to the B test. My driver's side mirror is probably not secure, not cracked or broken. The mirror is clean and clear and adjusted to the driver. My steps are probably mounted and secure, clear of any foreign objects or debris. My left turn signal and four-way flasher is probably not secure, working properly, amber color. My door handle, latch, and hinges are probably mounted secure, not cracked or broken, working properly. My door seal is not leaking and it's probably mounted and secure, and there's no gaps. I have 6 spare fuses in my upper compartment, along with an ABC or a BC fire extinguisher that is probably mounted and secure, not cracked or broken, and it's fully charged, along with 3 reflective triangles. My DEF tank, or DEF tank, is probably mounted and secure with no leaks. I have at least an eighth of a tank, and the cap is tight and blue of color. My diesel tank is probably mounted and secure, not cracked or broken, with no leaks, and the cap is not leaking and it's tight. Pause. My reflective tape is of the right color, or DL tape, whichever one is up there. And I'm sure whatever. But my catwalk and steps are probably mounted and secure, not cracked or broken, free of debris or foreign objects. My tractor frame has no illegal welds or holes in it. My header board isn't damaged. As you can see, it smells like fucking piss right here. Jesus, Murphy. Both my drive shafts are probably mounted secure, not cracked or broken. And then for the drive sets, you say there's nothing wrapped around them.
Yep.
There's nothing wrapped around them. My torsion bar is probably mounted secure, not cracked or broken. I might go out of order, but I'm just gonna get everything.
It's all good.
My spring mounts, Z springs, are probably mounted secure, not cracked or broken. Working properly, no missing parts. My shock absorber right here is not leaking, it's working properly. My 2 U-bolts, my 4 nuts, probably mounted secure, not cracked or broken. My brake chamber, slack adjuster, and push rod are all probably mounted secure, not cracked or broken. Push rod isn't bent, and the slack adjuster is a manual, so there's no more than 1 inch of free play. All my brake lines and hoses are not damaged or blistered, and there's no leaks, and they're probably mounted secure. My brake shoes and drums, at least a 1/4 inch thickness, with no signs of an oil or grease, which would indicate an leaking inner wheel seal. My bud tires, or my drive tires, which they are bud tires, are evenly spaced apart. They're butted up together, evenly wore across the top of the tire, clear of foreign objects or debris. Tread depth is no less than 2/32 of an inch. These can be recapped. Make sure they're aired up to the manufacturer specifications. Oh, you're gonna simulate checking the tire tread depth with a tread depth gauge. There are no cuts, gouges, or bulges on these tires, which I meant to say on the steer tires. My metal rim is probably mounted secure, not cracked or broken. No illegal welds. My lug nuts are probably mounted secure, not cracked or broken. No rust or rust trails or shiny spots, which would indicate a loose lug nut. My metal valve stem and cap are probably mounted secure, not cracked or broken. And I think you simulate the tire pressure or something like that, checking with tire gauge.
Oh yeah, check it. Yeah, what you say? Well, you just check it. You say you check your tire.
Oh yeah, right.
Tire pressure, tire gauge. That's all you gotta say on that.
And then I will inspect the brakes, suspension, and tires the same as I did the front right here. My mud flaps, these require DOT tape, but this autistic truck doesn't have them. DOT tape is present right of color. There are no rips or tears or cuts in my mud flaps. They're at least 4 inches from the ground. My left-right turn signal, brake lights, tail lights, and four-way flashers and marker lights are all probably mounted secure, not cracked or broken, working properly, red of color. My license plate light and reverse light are probably mounted secure, not cracked or broken, working properly, and clear of color. And then I'm just going to come back up here to the 5th wheel. My air lines are probably mounted secure, not cracked or broken, no leaks. My electrical line is probably mounted secure, not cracked or broken, not split or corroded. That's right for electrical, right? Not split or corroded.
Yeah.
My safety latches are in place, probably mounted and secure. Come to the 5th wheel. There is no gap between the 5th wheel and the apron. The skid plate is properly lubed. The kingpin is, the locking jaws are securely locked around the shaft of the kingpin. The 5th wheel release handle or arm or whatever you want to call it is in the secure position. My mounts and bolts are probably mounted secure, not cracked or broken, working properly, no missing parts. And I think that's it for the 5th wheel, isn't it? Because we don't have the air lines or locking pins or...
We got airline on this one, but we don't have it on ours. But
and skid plate, yeah, apron on that. And then, yeah, we're gonna start with up here. My overhead clearance light is probably mounted secure, not cracked or broken, amber of color, working properly. And then I'm just gonna go with the trailer frame, front to back, side to side, probably mounted secure, not cracked or broken. There are no holes in the floor of the trailer. All my pop rivets and bolts along the frame and cross members of the trailer are probably mounted secure, not cracked or broken. We're gonna come down here, my left turn signal, or my four-way flashing light, it's probably not secure, not cracked or broken, working properly, amber of color. My trailer airlines are probably not secure, not cracked or broken, no leaks, and at least 18 inches from the ground. My tandem sliding grill, whatever you want to call it, my tandem slide stops, my tandem safety pins or locking pins are all probably not secure, not cracked and broken, working properly. My control arm box, my control arm, my torque rod or
torque
rod and bushings are probably not secure, not cracked and broken. My tandem release arm is in the proper position, locked, and probably not insecure. I'm just going through everything, man. My spring, that's the spring mount. Spring, spring mounts and springs, probably not secure, not cracked or broken, working properly. My airbags and shock absorbers are not leaking, probably not secure, not working properly. My 2 U-bolts, 4 nuts are all probably not secure, cracked or broken, working properly. All my brake lines and hoses are not damaged or blistered, not leaking, probably not secure, working properly. My brake chambers, probably not secure, not cracked or broken, working properly, no leaks. My manual slack adjuster, no more than 1 inch of free play. It's probably not secure, working properly. My push rod isn't bent. PMSCB, probably not secure, not cracked or broken. My brake shoes and drums, no more than a 1/4 inch thickness. No signs of oil or grease, which would indicate a leaking inner wheel seal. Airbags, I think I got that. I can't remember, I have to go back and watch. Same thing, man, my tandem bud tires, they're evenly spaced, they're butted up together. These can be recapped. Tread depth, 2/32 of an inch. There are no cuts, gouges, or bulges. It's aired up to the manufacturer's specifications. Simulate checking that with a tire gauge, or a tire pressure gauge. And then we're gonna simulate checking the tread depth with a tread depth gauge. My metal rim is probably PMSCB. Probably not secure, not cracked or broken. No illegal welds. My metal valve stem and cap is probably not secure, not cracked or broken. With no leaks. All my lug nuts, there's rust, trails, or shiny spots, which would indicate a loose lug nut. And my outer oil hubcap is probably not secure, not cracked or broken. And I think it's filled to the proper level.
Not leaking.
Not leaking. Okay. So the only one that's filled to the proper level is the steer tires.
I think so.
Oh yeah, DOT tape is present and of the right color.
You probably got that on the front. Let's see.
Oh yeah.
On the front of the trailer.
Probably not secure. I'll inspect these tandem bud tires as I did the front ones in the front. These mud flaps do not require DOT tape, and there's no cuts, tears, or rips, and they're at least 4 inches from the ground. There should be a safety chain hook right here, but it's not on this trailer. My ABS light is PMSCB, amber of color. Marker light is PMSCB, red of color. My left-right turn signal, tail lights, brake lights, four-way flashers, and marker lights are all probably not secure, not cracked or broken, working properly, red of color. My DOT bumper and DOT tape are probably not secure, not cracked or broken, and the DOT tape is the right color. My door latch, hinges, and handle are all probably not secure, not cracked or broken, working properly. And my door seal, it's not on here. Actually, yeah, my door seal is probably not secure, not cracked or broken, and there are no leaks. And and my overhead clearance light, but I don't think it's on this trailer. It's PMSCB and working properly. I will inspect this vehicle the same way I did the left. Have a good one, motherfucker.